Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of April 19th, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Virgo collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Virgo not see coming for the week of April 19th, 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming this week? Crying over you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have dodging bullets. Okay, let's see what this is all about. And that dodging bullets card just means like blocking out, negativity or being protected, like some type of spiritual protection is with you this week. So tell me why crying over you is here for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for the week of April 19th, 2026. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the King of Swords. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Nine of Cups, Five of Swords, and King of Wands. All right, let's get some cards on the table. Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups here for the Virgo collective? Why is the Four of Cups here for Virgo? One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Cups, clarified by Ten of Cups, the Devil, and the Queen of Wands. Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords here? Why is the Page of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords, clarified by Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, and Two of Swords. Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Cups is clarified by Five of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the Tower. The Tower's come up in almost every reading this week. King of Swords. Tell me why the King of Swords is here. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Swords, clarified by the Moon, the Sun, and the World card. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Wands. I think I had said last week in your reading, there was something like there was a karmic cycle quickly coming to a close. Here it is. There's something here that you have been waiting for, okay? I think you have been waiting for information, news, opportunity from, I'm just going to say a person, right? So you're waiting for news, communication, offer, opportunity. And I think what you felt was that once I receive this, I'm going to be very happy, right? I'm going to be very happy. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think you were a little obsessed with this. The feeling that I get there, that Devil to the Queen of Wands. It's like, I know when I get that offer, information, communication, whatever it is, when it comes in, I'm going to be really happy, or like I'm going to be vindicated, I'm going to win. There's some kind of feeling like that. And then I think what happens is this week, the information, offer, communication comes through. Seven of Wands to Seven of Swords to the Two of Swords. There's a feeling here of this is not fair. That's your immediate reaction. This is not fair. This can't be true. This can't be real. This was supposed to be this, Ace of Cups. Four of Cups, I've been waiting for the Ace of Cups. I've been waiting for this to come in. And now Five of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Tower. It's not coming in. I think originally your feeling here is like, I can't believe that this is happening. This seems to be the individual that's making this decision, this King of Swords. We have the Moon, we have the Sun, and we have the World card. So I feel like this is closing up or closing out for you. I don't think that the end result is exactly what you wanted. Again, like last week's reading, I don't see Three of Swords, Ten of Swords. I don't think you're completely heartbroken over this. This just seems to be, I don't know if you were expecting it in some way, but there's a feeling here of like, well, it wasn't supposed to go down like that, but what am I going to do? The feeling is like, well, what can I do? There's something like that here happening. Now, this other person that you're dealing with, I feel like this is someone who they wanted what they wanted and they were willing to win at all cost. Let me get a little bit more on them before I tell you something that I just got. King of Wands. Clarify the King of Wands here. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Wands is clarified by Six of Wands, the Emperor, and the Three of Pentacles. Bottom of deck, Eight of Pentacles. So let me give you an example here. This is giving me the feeling of a Virgo who you put in a job application or your resume, and you're like, as soon as I get that job offer, as soon as it comes in, I'm going to be so happy. And it's like you were so obsessed with that outcome that you didn't look for any other jobs. It's just an example I'm giving you, because I want that job. I want that position at ABC Corporation. I know it's mine. I feel overly confident, devil to the Queen of Wands, that it's mine. The job is mine. The job is mine. It can't be anyone else's. It's got to be mine. And I feel like this week you're receiving information, communication here that the job is not yours, that they're giving it to someone else. And this would be like the person who is revealing this. Something like you didn't know the outcome, if you were going to get the job or not. And then I feel like it's illuminated here, World card. They're giving the job to someone else, okay? I think what you're, in the moment, what you're not seeing is this person who ends up getting the job. And again, they don't know you. They didn't know that they were going up against Virgo. You know what I mean? There's something here where this person feels like, oh my God, I got the job. 100 people applied. You happen to be one of them, but they don't know that. They did whatever they had to do to get the job, okay? Five of Swords to the King of Wands, kind of like somebody who'll like win at all costs type of thing. So they get to call victory here, okay? They get to say, I won. What they don't know in this moment is that down the pike, they're going to be crying over this job. Like this job ends up not being the best thing. They can enjoy the celebration, but it ends up not being beneficial to them in the long run. Meanwhile, you have been protected, divinely protected, from working at a toxic company. I hope I was able to transmit that message for you correctly. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm speaking about Virgo. You put all your eggs in a basket. So let me give you another example. You're a single Virgo. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're handsome, of course. You put yourself out there to meet a love partner. And let's say you use a dating app. Again, it's just an example. You get matched with 100 people. And you're like, you know what? I'm not going to look at any of the other 99 people. I just want this one person. I'm going to send them a couple of messages. I'm a little obsessed. Not obsessed, but you know, very like sexually attracted to this person based upon their profile and their photos. So I'm not going to look into connecting with anyone else because I just really feel it in my gut that this person is going to want to connect with me. And the feeling here is like I'm waiting. And then this week they get back to you, small communication, and they tell you, oh, I'm sorry, I started seeing someone new, or this is an old dating profile that I forgot to delete, something like that. They're expressing to you that they don't have an interest in connecting with you. And in that moment, you could feel very devastated. Eight of Cups is not feeling, you know, emotionally fulfilled. It's a feeling of lack. And it comes in like a shock, like, oh, damn, I really thought that they would want to date me. Why wouldn't they date me? I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm smart. You know what I mean? I've got my shit together. What you don't realize is like they're dating another person. They're going to end up having chaos in that relationship because this person was chaos. Maybe they made a great appearance on the dating profile, but they're not. Seven of Swords. So it's like you were protected. So even though you thought like, I don't know, I just feel this, you know, even though I haven't talked to the person, I just feel like this chemistry already, this energetic chemistry. And I know they're going to message me back and they don't. I wouldn't get upset over it. This could be the same thing could play out for those of you where you already are in a connection and there has been something, some type of Seven of Swords behavior. This person is leaving you or has left you recently for someone else and you're really desiring connection. You're like, I don't want anyone else. You know, I'm in love with this person. They're my 10 of Cups. That relationship in the future is going to have trials and tribulations that you can't even imagine. And not necessarily because of the third party, but because of this person, like the person that you wanted. So it's either the boss you wanted, the opportunity you wanted, the job you wanted. There was something toxic involved with that. And this present time, this week, when you're told it's a no-go or they're not interested or they're moving on or you didn't get the job, you could feel a little devastated or crushed in this moment. But I think you are being protected from something here, something that was toxic, something that was not healthy. It's like the cycle had to close out almost before it even began, is the feeling here. And so, yeah, is this person victorious because they got the job or they got the person or whatever's happening here? Yes, but they're going to have their own issues with it in the future, and that's something that you don't see coming. So I feel like this week you're receiving information, communication, something like that, offer opportunity. It's not what you had hoped or wished for, but the reason why you're not getting it, or it's not the outcome you wanted, is because you were being protected. Anything else Virgo needs to know? I just saw 11:11 on the clock. Wow. Talk about divine protection. Absolutely. Anything else you need to know about this? One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Temperance. You end up better off. You're not going to see it now because you're like, I really wanted that job, or I really wanted that person, or I really wanted that outcome. But there's something here that's like, you can't see it, but that ending is going to bring in a different opportunity, a better person, a better job. Something like that here is at play. So I know that the Ten of Swords is a terrible card, but it's just like, whatever this is, we're closing it out, we're cycling it out, because the universe wants to bring you something new and better. And if you were to receive this outcome or this job or this person, it wouldn't be to your long-term benefit. It would actually cause more chaos in your life. So it's like the divine here is saying, enough already. I need to redirect Virgo towards something that is more solid and more beneficial to them. So if you have something closing out here this week with a friend, family member, or lover, or like I said, there's some job or something here, outcome, verdict that you wanted that's not in your favor, it is in your favor in the long run. So I think that's the message for you here this week, Virgo. It's like, just keep that in mind. It is in your favor in the long run. And don't worry about who's getting what. It's like, that's like kind of like not your concern. You should focus on, there's something better coming down the pike for you. An Ace of Pentacles is a hell of a lot stronger than the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups makes you feel good. When you get the job, you feel good. You get the verdict or decision you wanted, you feel good. You get the romantic partner, you feel good. And that'll get you to the Ten of Cups, okay. But the Ace of Pentacles is the only ace in the deck that gets you to the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the only ace in the deck that gets you to the Ten of Pentacles. Long-term abundance, long-term happiness, long-term success, not some fly-by-night, fleeting little feel-good, experience. And I think that's what Source wants you to focus on this week. There's something better, more substantial, more tangible coming to you in the near future as a result of this closing out or not going in your favor. Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. Ten of Swords, Judgment, and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. You have something better coming. Two of Cups, Empress, Queen of Swords to the Hierophant. Yeah, this wasn't supposed to work out or go in your favor. I hate to be the tarot reader to tell you that, but this week, when this, like I said, concludes, or you're given some type of decision here, and I feel like there's someone else here making the decision. Like it's not you. It's your partner saying, like, I don't want to be in this anymore, or it's a friend walking away from you, or it's a job, saying you didn't get the job, or even for some of you, if this is some type of like legal verdict thing, we've seen that in your readings lately. Just know that this had to close out. Like, this cycle has to close out. I know it's disappointing to you, but there's something a hell of a lot better coming down the pike. So just maintain that hope and that belief this week when you get this news. That is what I have for you, my love, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Until I read for you again, Virgo, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.